morning and happy Monday, everyone. I'm so excited to be back with you this morning to do another card tutorial with you. In today's video, I am going to share with you a tip for using up paper scraps. So if you've got a bunch of paper scraps that are too small to use for like a card front, but are too big to throw away, then this tutorial is just for you. Now, before we get into all that though, I do want to share with you that my name is Kristina Reese, and this is Creating with Kristina. I come live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my Facebook page to share with you card tutorials. In these card tutorials, I share art design tips, the latest product that's come out, all kinds of fun stuff. So, and also, let me switch my screen over. Don't forget, we are in the middle of Celebration, and what Celebration is, every year, Stampin' Up! Does a big sale. And usually it's just once a year in January, but this year they brought it back for a second time, August and September. So excited about this. Real simple. You spend $50, you choose a free product. So this paper right here, free, entire paper pack free when you spend $50. But there's more. If you use my August host code right here, can you see it? This is a bribe. I am trying to earn the incentive trip and I am so close. So if you also put my host code in when you spend your $50, I am going to send you another free item. It is a retired stamp set. These are stamp sets that are no longer available, that I have a whole collection of. Some of them I've used, some of them are brand new, and I want to share them with you. So when you spend $50, put in the host code, I will send you a free retired stamp also. All right, let's get on with today's card idea. So we're talking about paper scraps. Paper scraps. Now, paper scraps that are not quite big enough to use for a card front. This is too short here. I've cut here in the middle because I was doing some fussy cutting on this side. So I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do with that? Okay, but they're also this is way too big to throw away. I'm not throwing that away. But what can I do with it? Well, this is the tip. I'm loving this tip. So let me move all this out of the way so I can share with you what I'm going to do. Just take this here and just toss these over there on that side. And I'm going to bring out these two pieces here. So here are two pieces, too small for the card front, but too big to throw away. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut on the diagonal, all right? So this piece I am going to just keep the way it is, all right? But this piece I want to cut on the diagonal. Now, I need my card base here, and I have cut, this is a card piece that is 4 1/4, and then however long it was, and I'm just going to put that right there on my card base. So let me tape that on there. Where is my adhesive? Maybe I'll put it away. Yes, I did. Flip this over. And I've got all kinds of cards I'm going to show you that I made with this idea. And I got this idea from my, from Stampin' Up! Stampin' Up! Gives their demonstrators great ideas every week in our Succeed Weekly little update. And this was an idea they gave us last week. And so, a lot of people say, oh, I could never be a demonstrator. I'm just not creative enough. Well, duh, you don't have to be creative. You just follow what Stampin' Up! Gives you. Now, I need a pencil here because I want to mark it, and I want to show you where I'm marking. So this blue, see where it lands right there? I'm going to mark just a wee bit above that on my paper, okay? And then I'm going to cut from that mark up to this corner, okay? And so I get out my trimmer, and, whoops, this way, okay? And I just put the point right there where the blade's going to go through. And all right, I'm all set. Get my fingers out of the way and get my scoring tool. Here we go, blade. Wow. Okay. Now this piece, I will throw away. That is too little. I mean, I'm sure I could come up with something, but I have so much paper. Oh my gosh. All right, now, see this? Now you could have just put the strip there and that would have been fine. But I just love this idea because it gives just a little bit more interest to the eye. Isn't that cool? Okay, now I've used these two pieces up. I love it. All right, let's adhere this down. And now, one more piece to this idea that they shared with us. And that is, you get some another piece of scrap paper that has like a focal image you could use. And I have the penned, this is, okay, so this paper here is from the Harvest collection. This paper is from the Pansy collection. And this paper is from the Hand Penned collection. And all I did is I took a circle cutter and I cut out a circle where I had this really cute flower right there. Okay? And I'm just going to put that right there. All right? Now, but I'm going to put it up on dimensionals. I mean, you know, got to do something here. Can't have it too simple. Though this is very simple. Like I said, you can make a whole stack of these cards. If you need a whole bunch of birthday cards, voila, you are done in an afternoon. Easy peasy. Okay, there is the flowers. All right, I'm just going to stick that right there. And last but not least, where did my sentiment go? Oh, please, I haven't lost it. Oh, fiddle. Okay. There it is. This is the thank you from the Harvest Meadow stamp set, and I just stamped it and cut it out in a square. And I do need a dimensional for one side. Now remember, when you're using dimensionals, this is already popped up on a dimensional. So if I put a dimensional behind the T, it's going to make it double high, and then you'll have it on an angle, and you don't want that. So we only want a dimensional on this side, and we just need adhesive on this side, okay? And there we are done with the most simple card. And like I said, you could make a whole stack of these in minutes and get rid of a lot of your paper scraps. But I want to show you this idea a little bit more blinged up with this cute sheep, counting your sheep stamp set. So I got this as a free item, and that's another thing being a demonstrator. You get free items also. You spend the $50, then you get the discount, so it's only $40, and you get to count and you get to choose a free item. Ah, love it, love it, love it. All right, so I have all these pieces here, okay? Now this designer paper is from the, okay, in the back of our catalogs, we have a host collection. The host collection is, if you spend $300, or if you have a party and your sales are over $300, you as the host get to choose some very exclusive items only for hosts. Now, you can be your own host and just spend $300 yourself and get it, or get some friends together, collect some orders and get $300, and then you would have enough for the host. And the host reward was this paper pack. Let me fan it to you real quick. I mean, it is cute. Everything on the back is black and white, and everything on the other side is just multiple, just different kinds of patterns. Just awesome. Just great pack to have if you just need some paper. Okay, and that's not going back in there. I'll just put it over there. Now, here is this piece, and I just cut that diagonal there. Okay. And I just love these colors. These are such birthday colors. So we're going to be making a birthday card, all right? Now, for the circle, instead of punching out an image with the circle, I cut this from the Hippo and Friends die. I like to make things different. I don't particularly care for them to all be simple. I've always got to have something. I'm also planting it on the diamond side instead of the square side, and I'm just going to pull that in there right there. All right, so there's that card pattern. Now, let's get fancy. This is the little sheep here, and I wanted to share with you how to color sheep. Okay, this is going to be a sheep with white wool, white wool, and it needs some shadowing. So I got the light smoky slate here, and this is just really light ink. I have the bullet tip, and where the artist did some little shadowing with the with the marking here, I'm just coming in with this light smoky slate, okay, and going over those shadow marks. But then also, where the head comes out, it's going to pull a shadow back on the body there. and on the body back here, okay? Where this ear is, there's gonna be some shadowing back there, okay? Where the body overlaps the leg is gonna have some shadowing, okay? Here's where the leg is attached, so the leg is gonna cause the shadowing there. These legs on the bottom have shadows on them, okay? And that's it. All right, now that I've gotten all the shadowing done, these sheep are gonna have those black faces. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what kind of sheep I'm creating, but that's okay. I'm just making black face. Now, I don't want it so black I can't see the eye, so I'm using the light basic black for the shadowing, okay? And the little hooves are gonna be black, okay? And then I'm gonna go in with the dark smoky slate as the lighter color. So I'm kind of combining here. Okay, so there's shadow there. There's going to be just a little shadowing on his lip right there, okay? And a little shadowing on the bottom of his face. Not much, okay, just a little bit. Now, when I come in with the light smoky, the dark smoky slate, here we go, dark smoky slate, what's going to happen is the alcohol in this pen will bleed the alcohol on this black that I've already put down. And it's gonna, so it doesn't have that harsh line, it's gonna blend it together, okay? All right, you wanna be careful not to go outside the lines if you can. It doesn't matter though, okay? And now this is a dark enough black. It's not totally black, but it's dark enough to where it looks like a black face sheep, okay? The wool that I did with the light smoky slate, if you get out the blender pen, this is just clear alcohol in here. It's probably got some other stuff into it. It's just an alcohol-based ink color lifter. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna put the ink, the alcohol in here. It's gonna make this light smoky slate kind of bleed out so it looks a little more blended, okay? And I'm just kind of rubbing in circles. And then it's just going to pull the ink across the paper like that. All right, so that is how I colored the sheep, okay? Just pull that up so you all can see it a little more closely. All right, and isn't he cute? He's just dancing away. All right, now I have already, to save time, I colored one and cut it out already for us. Also, in this die set here, it has a balloon. And the colored paper, the colors in the card here, I've got the garden green and the flirty flamingo. Let me get my hair out of there. Come on. Get. And the Bermuda Bay. So he's going to hold some balloons. And his wee little hat. Oh, that's so tiny. And I just colored it with the same colors. Okay. So let's put our precious little sheep together here. Oh, you know what? I might have done a mistake, but that, yeah, mistakes are mistakes. That's okay. I meant to put him over here because he was facing that way, but that's all right. No biggie. We need dimensionals on the back of our balloons. So let me get those out. And I'm going to use the mini dimensionals. Where's my tweezers? So I don't worry about seeing them. Okay. How are you all doing this morning? I haven't even looked up at the comments. I know there's probably a million because I see them just moving. I love how many of you show up every morning when I do this. You all are the best. You just make my day. Make my day. And like I said, I always go back and while I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, go through your comments. And if you ever have any questions that someone did not have a chance to answer, I will try to answer your question. But you all answer each other's questions. That would help out. And plus, we're a community, right? We're all in this together. Okay, where are my big dimensionals? Here they are for my sheep. And, all right. Did I have anything else? Oh, yes. You know me, I gotta have some ribbon. Okay, I'll put the ribbon here. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. And the way I put ribbon on cards, hold on, let me show you again. So I'm going to be having ribbon going like this. I could have ribbon going like this. but I want my sentiment to come out here also, and I don't want everything covering up the ribbon. So, and I could go this way, except the diagonal of the card's going that way. So that is why I've chosen to go this way. And I'm just going to put a few little strips of adhesive here, not too much. The adhesive will be behind the sheep. And this is how I do it. I start up here, okay, and then I take my finger and make a finger width loop, and I come back across, okay, and then I do another finger width, and I come back across. And that's all there is to it. And then I take my snips and I trim it off. Okay, there, whoops. So there's my ribbon. I meant to put that on the back of the sheep, but it works this way. It works this way. All right, now let's put our little sheep on here. Oh, he's so cute. I just love him. All right, so now his balloons. We want his little balloons kind of under his hoof. And we're going to have that blue one there. We're going to kind of make them at different levels. So put the green one there. And put the flirty flamingo one kind of in between. There we go. How's that? Oh my gosh, let me pull this up so you all can see it. Isn't that precious? I love it. Okay, and then, of course, he's got his cute little hat. I just love this little hat. I guess we'll put it back like that. Yeah. I'm going to dab a wee bit of glue. Well, I say I'm going to, and then I don't see my glue where it's supposed to be. Here it is. And I need to be careful because I don't want glue everywhere. Okay, just a itty bitty bit. And then I am going to need my tweezers to pick this up. There we go. And his little hat. There we go. And our sentiment. So glad it's your birthday, and we're just going to do a fancy little flag tail on the end here. Now you can use your banner pick a punch, that's what it's called, and it will make these little dovetail, flagtail cuts for you, or you can just cut up the center and then come from the corner into the center and make your own. Just depends on how comfortable you are with that. And I want that to come out right there, so we'll do that. And let's see. I've got a dimensional back there. There we go. All right, let's stay. Nope, I need to put some glue back there. Come on. Okay. And now get it under there. So glad it's your birthday. Okay, and we are done with the now let me pull back the original. Okay, so you've got the very simple idea where you take these scraps. This one didn't cover the whole front of the card. It left a big gap down here. So I took another piece, put it on top, but cut it at an angle. Okay, so that then it kind of gives me that neat look. Then I just punched a circle out and put a sentiment. That's the easiest way to make this card. This card is the exact same design, except I just, fancied it up a bit. Instead of punching a circle out, I cut a shape, and then I fussy cut my image, or in this case, I die cut my image. I put some added pieces to them and a sentiment, okay? There we go. I got some more for you. My niece just announced that she's having a baby girl. I'm so excited. She has 2 boys right now, so now she's getting her little girl. I love that. I have so many great nephews and nieces now. I have so many children in my life. I was never able to have my own kids, but boy, do I have a lot of children in my life. So I made this for her. Congratulations. And I made it with the Halloween paper. Okay, I have lots of Halloween paper, the cute Halloween leftover. I made a lot of Halloween cards. And so I used that. And one more, this one I used the harvest paper. And this one is a thank you card, and I just have the little sheep, jumping in the field of wheat. So there you go. I hope you all loved this idea. I can't wait to see what you all create. Remember, we have a private Facebook group. It's a VIP group. It's called Kristina's Creative Stampers. And here on this page, Creating with Kristina, up in the banner, there's a button. It says Visit Group. When you click on that, if you're not a part of the group, it will prompt you to answer a couple of questions, and then I will approve you into the group. And that's where we post our cards that we make and share with each other. I love it. I love it. And you can ask questions in there and talk to each other. It's a wonderful group. Okay, anything else? Don't forget the host code. You get a free retired stamp set when you spend $50 or more, plus the celebration item. So it's a really great deal this month. I'm loving it. I love you guys. I will be back Wednesday for our card challenge. I can't wait. I've got so many of you who have already entered. If you have not entered on this page, so this is my public business page, Creating with Kristina, pinned to the top is the card challenge post, where you post the picture of your card to be entered. You all have been the best. It's already been 20 minutes this morning, so I'm going to let you go. I will go back and read all your comments, and I will see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.